Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. My name is Quimby, and today we are going to be playing Power Wash Simulator. I hope everyone had a good week. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I had a pretty good week. Yesterday was the 4th of July, which meant I didn't have work, but I was at like some local community events and stuff, so that was fun. I'd like to extend a big congratulations to Jayshu for getting the first channel points reward. I accidentally got addicted to a gacha game. No! Devastating! And Corvicky, thank you for the resub. Good morning, Gamer Nation. Good morning, Red Bull. Hello, good morning. Happy to see you. Jayshu, no? Yeah, for real. Luckily it's not Genshin Impact, though. It's Wuthering Waves. I'm not familiar with Wuthering Waves. One of my roommates keeps trying to get me into, oh, Lord, thank you for the Rickroll. Much appreciated. I'll get that added when we switch to the other screen. Yeah, one of my roommates keeps trying to get me into Genshin Impact, and I have thus far avoided it very skillfully, which I'm very proud of. Thrilled about that, quite frankly. But, yeah. That's kinda how it's going for me. Get rickrolled? I really did just get rickrolled. That's really embarrassing for me. Whoops. Oh, uh-oh. That's big silly hours in here. Sorry, messing with some things. Hold on. Okay. Oh, I'm back. Nerd. Well, I mean, yes. Yeah, yeah, but like, okay. Sorry, Wuthering Waves is Genshin Impact, but with 80% less fan service and 90% more entertaining people for individuals. Okay, that's pretty nice. So may or may not have been on an expensive shopping spree. Oh. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah, important question. Yes, okay. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, I get it. I understand, I see. This makes sense to me. What kind of shopping spree? There's many sorts of shopping that can be done. Grocery shopping, clothes shopping, tools shopping. There's lots. Gaming shopping spree. Ooh, yep. And tools. And that's it for intro section. Let's turn on our tunes for today, which is SNES Music Nostalgia Mix. I may or may not have built my Titania so she can beat level 220 bosses at level 70. Sheesh! So I bought 300 tools / shop stuff. And 1k for a new mouse and 300 for games. Sheesh! 1k for a new mouse? My mouse is... I replace my mouse like every 1 to 2 years and it costs like $10. To be fair, I don't do anything that requires like intensive mouse use. Sheesh. Oh, Norwegian kroners. Okay, that makes sense. Here, let's go and change the scene while Red Bull is hopping. We're making our way through the Tomb Raider DLC. We're in the middle of this manor maze. Let's resume job. Oh, do I need to move? I didn't move the text last time. I probably should have. I didn't even think about it. Oh, continue. Oh my goodness, that's really embarrassing. I can't believe I didn't move the text. Okay, hang on. Hang on. That's really embarrassing for me in particular. Okay, a little higher. I'm so sorry for anyone who was present on the stream the other day. Why are we not in stream mode on... Hang on. Hang on. Why are we not in streamer mode? One sec. Ah! Streamer mode. Yes, enable streamer mode. Okay, then that should stop us from getting sounds. That's roughly 99 USD. So roughly 158 US. Okay, that's better than 1,000. Much better than 1,000. Sorry, didn't even. Oh, American mode. I didn't even pause to consider that other currencies exist. I'm sorry. That's really on me. She looks half pleased just standing there. She's just hanging out. Checked in. Don't hear the Discord notifications, or am I going crazy? No, that was, you're not going crazy. That was, I inexplicably wasn't in streamer mode, on Discord. Usually it automatically does it for me. Is that? That's a little too high. Is it? I mean, that's it's probably fine, right? I mean, you can still see what's going on, so this is probably okay. Anyway, I don't remember what we were in the middle of. Green Pergola, right. I'm pretty sure that's this way. This way to the Green Pergola. Aha! The Green Pergola. We are washing that Green Pergola post. Green Flower Pergola post, sorry. Sorry, that's on me. I was a little worried at first that I was going to be affecting the flowers with this. But honestly, the flowers seem like they're chilling. They seem like they're doing alright. They don't really care about the intense pressure of the water happening to them. They're just chilling out. They're just hanging out, vibing. Just chilling. Yep, Green Pergola post cleaned. That was me. Yep, that was Jishu. Discord sound effects haunt me. Same with War Thunder sound effects. Yeah, sorry, normally streamer mode turns on automatically when I open my streaming software. I'm not sure why I didn't this time. And it prevents the notifications from sounding off without me having to go into Do Not Disturb or anything. So I'm sorry it didn't work that time. I really don't know what in the heck that was, but we're chilling out. It's fine. We're literally fine. What's wrong with you? What? Why? What's wrong with you? Ah, there we go. I don't know exactly what was wrong with it, but when in doubt, just keep spraying water all over the entire thing and wait for it to fix itself. The engine Red Dead Redemption 2? Nice. I've heard good things about Red Dead Redemption 2. Not the sort of game that I think I would necessarily play. Not as a moral judgment or anything. It's just, I don't think it's the kind of gameplay that interests me from what I know, but I could be wrong. I could be silly. Could be straight up sillying that out. But I've heard good things about it. I've heard it's got really good storytelling and mechanics and stuff. And that you ride a horse all the time, which sounds pretty epic. Yeah, I've played approximately none of anything Red Dead related. Did not use flames? So true. Let me just burn down this pergola. The pergola shot first. Pergola deserves it. Nice. Big fan of the pergolas, of the pergola posts at the very least. I like how nice and easy it is. You do one side at a time and then a little bit on the top and boom, got 'em. At least rest out bolts. Yeah. Burn everything and burn it all. Anytime I say something in that tone of voice, it does just remind me of, I don't know if you guys are familiar with back in the era when the Hobbit movies were coming out. Someone made a YouTube video called like Too Many Dwarves, which was Bilbo Baggins trying to learn the names of all the dwarves, and it got increasingly wild how Gandalf was describing them. He's like, oh, it's easy, you just got these guys. And he's like, maybe if you knew more about them. And he was describing little personality traits about them, and it's, I don't remember who it was, but someone likes to burn things. It just shows the dwarf like holding a match, like intensely looking at it, and I just, anytime I say like burn in that tone of voice, I do just think of that. And I'm like, first blood, nice. Thank you for stopping by and lurking. Hope you have a very pleasant lurk. One of the dwarves could control time, by the way, in case you were wondering. I don't know if you were wondering if one of the dwarves could control time, but the answer is yes. One of the dwarfs could control time. There's also Dwayne. Don't worry about that one. We don't worry about Dwayne. Or was it Wayne? Oh, the way he says it, I can never remember if it's and Wayne or Dwayne. Because he definitely says and Wayne. And I can't tell if it's and Wayne or and Dwayne without the glottal stop. This is why it's important to do clear glottal stops. Look, how am I supposed to tell if the dwarf is named Dwayne or Wayne if you never glottal stop? This is devastating. Is this the same lattice? Yeah, that's all the same lattice. Okay, that's good to know. It really was. There was also it was a really lovely age for YouTube because there was also a One Ring by One Direction parody that was Lord of the Rings. Sorry, not did I say One Ring? One Thing. One Thing parody about Lord of the Rings that was One Ring. Wow, words. You've got that one ring. It's really a lovely time of YouTube. People are just making stuff. People are like, what if I just... See, that's the thing, is I feel as though we in our modern society, and look, I know how contradictory this is going to sound. I feel like the way of doing YouTube where there's like a specific person that you follow and watch all of the things that they make is actually... I don't like the way that works for YouTube. For YouTube, in particular, I must stress. I really like people just make random stuff and then you watch it. Like I feel like Brian David Gilbert is a really good example of a model that I prefer, where there is a guy that I know that I like and I'll watch things if he puts them out. But the things that he puts out are all, you know, more or less just ideas that he had instead of necessarily like variations on the same thing. You know? Like, I feel like if you want to make a narrative series, that's great. If you want to, I don't know, if you want to just make like funky little videos about random things, that's great. But I feel like where we've gone wrong is when people on YouTube are primarily making largely the same thing on the channels, like the thing that they're known for, kind of. I feel like I want to know people for like style and like artistic direction instead of necessarily like quote unquote content style. Is that everything for the green pergola? Let's find out. Where was the green pergola? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I think, yep, we got him. We live in a society. We really do. We honest to goodness live in a society. I'm always saying this and I'm always correct about it. But, and again, I know that sounds hypocritical, what with me, you know, being a streamer and all, but I do genuinely feel as though streaming is different than YouTube. And I don't think I'm wrong in that. I don't think that's a radical opinion. I think largely the experience of streaming is more of a like collaborative, like you have to be there kind of thing. Like I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I just feel like watching VODs of streams is absolutely not the same experience. Which is silly because there's not necessarily any reason that it shouldn't, that it should be that different. But there's just something about the nature of the live presentation that I think lends really, really well to it. And so yeah, like if I'm tuning into a streamer, it's because I want to be entertained by them, kind of live in the moment, which I feel is categorically different from what I want from YouTube. Yeah, like what I want from YouTube is less like, oh, this person made a video, I know exactly what to expect from it. I want more, this person made a video, I have some ideas about their general creative style and themes that they use in their work, but I'm not sure what it's gonna be. And I don't think any of this is original thoughts to be having necessarily. People who know this space, like both spaces, much better than I do, I think have been saying this for a while, but I don't know, I just think the way that I want to use YouTube is never the way that YouTube wants me to use it. YouTube is like, do you wanna watch the just videos from this one person, King? And I'm like, well, I'm actually not super interested in that. And they're like, do you want me to show you this video a ton of times until you click on it, King? And I'm like, I really would rather not. Like, is there else says that? I love you, beautiful mind. Aw, thank you. But yeah, like, sometimes I'll scroll past a video and be like, nope, not interested in that. And YouTube will just keep showing it to me, I guess in hopes that I'll suddenly decide that I'm interested in it. And admittedly, sometimes I am just not in the mood for like a particular thing. Sometimes it's like, oh, I'd check that out if I had more time, but right now I'm just looking for something short, or oh, you know, I'm not really feeling the energy of that when I'm looking for something more calm. So admittedly, there are things like that sometimes, but that's why I subscribe to channels, you know? Or that's why I'll save things for later on occasion. Like, I don't think it's appropriate for YouTube to be trying to push things on me like that. Watch later is my best friend in jail. And it's like, why would YouTube not trust me to use watch later or to search things up? I don't know. Why does it just keep showing things to me? And I'm sure that it's about the whole, like, algorithm, you know, oh, if you show people things more often, then they're more likely to click on it eventually. And I understand how that works. Someone actually knowing full well I'll never watch it. See, that's the experience that I want. I want to be able to put something in watch later, and then 3 months later be like, huh, I never got around to watching this. Do I want to watch it now? And I feel like that's my God-given right. But yeah, like, I from the algorithmic standpoint, I understand what they're doing. That doesn't mean I like it, or even that I agree with it necessarily. Like, sure, they're trying to push engagement with things and stuff, but it honestly just makes for such a, like, such a, I don't know, patronizing user experience that it ultimately just kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't want YouTube to, you know, just keep showing the same things. I would like to be shown other things, thank you. It's devastating. But you know, I mean, kind of the one saving grace in all this is that I really have not been using YouTube as much lately. Like, absolutely, I still, like, check on at least once a day, I think, just in case something. And honestly, what I keep up with most these days is Daily Dose of Internet. But I'm just not, like, watching big amounts of YouTube. Oh, hold on. You know, many ancient labyrinths and mazes were devised by priests and mystics. Thank you, Lara Croft. Tell me more. Tell me more about ancient mazes. I really want to. They were meant to be symbolic of pilgrimage, representing the winding path to enlightenment and salvation. That's so interesting, Lara Croft. Thank you for telling me this. That's all she had. Text us, see your insistence, but I'm in watch later and have to trust that we'll watch it when we get to it. I think that's I think that's the way it should be. We should be able to put things in watch later and never watch it ever. Or I mean, years later when we get to it or something. Who knows, honestly. There's no one way to do it. You know, like, I've just found that kind of naturally I've stopped engaging with YouTube as much. And I don't think that's I don't think that's like a moral high ground or anything. That's not like, well, it's not like I'm like, oh yes, you should all follow my ways and whatever. I just, in my personal experience, it's wild. I really just have been doing more things in person lately, or like just talking with people, and I found that to be a more satisfying experience for me personally than just, I don't know, being on the tube. I do spend a lot of time on Tumblr. I also have to qualify my experience with the fact that I'm spending much of that time that I'm not on YouTube on Tumblr. So it's not like I'm like, and then I just don't do anything on the internet ever. No, I mean, I'm still on Tumblr a good amount, but, you know, I've been doing more things in person. I've been talking to real world people that I know, or like even just like texting or talking over Discord or something. Cause it just, I don't know. And I think a part of that is other lifestyle changes I've made, such as, you know, having a full-time job. But I also think a good portion of it is just that it's harder to find satisfaction from my YouTube experience. So it's like, I was getting frustrated with the time that I was spending there. So it's kind of like, okay, well, if I already have limited time due to these other factors, like, again, job and stuff, then there's just no reason for me to be spending that on YouTube, you know? That's not... Why would I be spending all my time there if it's not being satisfying to me? Tumblr mom? I would not describe myself as a Tumblr mom. That is not, I think, a good way to describe myself. So yeah, thank you. But yeah, we truly live in a society, is all. And I do still really like streaming. I'm not trying to be like, oh, and yeah, you guys should definitely keep watching the stream. No, I just like streaming because it does feel just more of like a community, like interacting with people experience. Like, I like playing video games. Admittedly, I just don't like playing video games if I'm not being watched play them. Admittedly, that I think is just a holdover from times playing games as a kid with all of my siblings in the room, usually. So admittedly, there are elements of that to it. I don't know, I just like talking with people as part of it. I like to hang out. I like to hang out and chat and vibe. And I don't think that should be a crime. Call me crazy, I think that's... I think that is what it is. I don't know. Big thoughts out here today. Much philosophy, very sociology degree. Wow. Yeah. Calls you crazy? No! Oh wait, I did say to do it. Hang on, wait. That was a knee-jerk reaction. I'm sorry. I'd like to apologize for asking you to call me crazy and then panicking when you actually do it. I don't think I expect anyone to take me up on the offer. I think and that's on me. You know, that's on me for offering something I wasn't prepared to follow through on. I do apologize. There's nothing wrong with calling me crazy when I say call me crazy. Oh, we stay silly. We stay silly forever. Let's see what else has been happening in my life recently that I want to chat about. I want to get into weaving. I mean, hey. I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at you, baby, but here's my number, so call me maybe. Before you came into my life, I missed you so bad, I missed you so bad. I missed you so, so bad. Before you came into my life, I missed you so bad. And you should know that I missed you so, so bad. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum bum. Bum bum bum. Don't worry about it. We simply do a rendition of Carly Rae Jepsen's "Call Me Maybe." I blame Jay Shu on that one. I can speak words. There was. If anyone is concerned about the "Call Me Maybe" by Carly Rae Jepsen, and I'm not saying anyone's concerned about Carly Rae Jepsen, but if anyone is, that's why. That's what's going on. It was entirely Jay Shu's fault. I take no responsibility for any of this. Where is... What's wrong with you? There we go. There we go. Oh, but I want to get into weaving. As mentioned, I was at like a community event yesterday, and there were some textile workers there, showing off their textiles and stuff. I got to so I saw someone was spinning yarn. They had like the big like things of wool, and they were spinning it into yarn, which was crazy. And then also there was someone there with a loom. And I got to use the loom. I got to run one of the lines of the cloth that was being made. It was as far as I can tell, it's like a pretty rough cloth, mostly being used for demonstrations so that people could attempt to use the loom, which I did attempt. I did want to, and then did attempt to use the loom. So I'm glad that they had something a little easier than if they were making something super fine. But it was so cool, and I do someday kind of want to get into bobbin lace. But I feel like that's a little bit of a high barrier of entry. Bobbin lace is a lot, as far as I can tell. I don't. Just it looks crazy. But yeah, like there was the one loom that was making like the cloth, but then there was someone who had who's doing what they call tablet weaving, which makes like little thin bands of stuff. And it looked really cool. I didn't get to actually like do any of that one, but they were demonstrating, like using the tablets and the upright loom with it. And I don't know. Look, I've already got some hobbies that I don't have time for outside of work. I've already got chainmail that I'm supposed to be working on, but I did actually work on that a little bit this week too. I should keep working on my bishop's mantle. The secret about my chainmail work is that I'm working on a different technique with the current section that I'm working on, and I've found that I really like the way that it's turning out a lot better than the other sections that I've done. So I'm just gonna focus on doing what I've got at the moment with it. But there's definitely the little piece in the back of my mind that's like, am I going to deconstruct sections of this to redo it in this style? And look, I don't have a pattern for this project. Candybot wants me to drink some water. I will absolutely do that. Thank you, Candybot. Yeah, I'm just making up the pattern for what I'm doing, so it's not like it's super professional or anything. I'm not expecting this to turn out as like the cleanest piece in the world, and admittedly there's already been quite a bit of experimentation and exploration in my work with it. So it's definitely not been a clean piece so far. But so what I'm saying there is it's entirely in character if I were to pull bits of it apart and try to redo it in a different style. Totally, absolutely would be in character. But then it's like, am I gonna pick up tablet weaving on top of that? Am I gonna spend like $100 on getting a loom and who knows however much else on like thread and stuff? And I don't even know how to work a tablet loom. There's a specific name for the type of loom that the person I was talking with was using. I know how to find the name of it. It's not like it's lost information forever. Wait a minute, yeah? What's that? What's up, Jishu? Honestly, what I'd really love is if I could find a way that I could do chainmail on stream and feel comfortable with it. The reason I haven't is because I'm so picky, you know, about, like, not doing things with camera work. The problem with chainmail is that you're working with a reflective surface, so they give you something really good at first make you want to swim. Oh, I think I just became a victim of gambling scams. Oh, with the gacha game? Is that what's happening? Give you something really good at first make you want to spend more? Is that what's happening? Oh, pink flower plinth. The plinth. What's wrong with you? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. I haven't spent my real money. Let me be clear. I got Lupa stored in the first roll, so now I'm trying to get Lupa. Ah. That would make sense that, that would make sense, is I guess what I'll say about that. That you were, then you wanna do more with it. Okay, let's see if I can find the hatch again. I feel like it's over here. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Open hatch. Open sesame. What was I missing? Oh, I need to get the other hatch done as well. Got it. So, you know, I'd love to be doing chainmail on stream. It's absolutely the kind of project that I think would be really fun to just, you know, hang out, chat about, and do stuff while I'm working. Although admittedly, I don't know if I could be very chatty while I was actually working, because it requires some actual focus. But I mean, I guess I'm just doing. At the moment, I'm kind of just weaving some larger sections on it. It doesn't require a ton of actual focus. I think you'd love Wuthering Waves in jail. I'm sure I would. I'm staying far away from any gacha game because I know what I'm like. I don't have great self-control when it comes to those kinds of things. I mean, listen to me here talking about potentially investing a whole ton of money in a hobby that I haven't even properly tried. But I'm sure I would. Very great story, doesn't sexualize minors, amazing graphics, hot men. Those are all compelling points. But those ancients wanted to show us that the road was often confusing, with dead ends and false turns. Thank you, Lara Croft. Thank you, Miss Lara Croft. What else? What else do you have to say on the subject? We were learning, we were refining, getting better, and ultimately discovering the true path. For 99% of gamblers, this is quite right before hitting big. Oh, hi friend, welcome to the stream. Exactly. Yep. Never stop gambling. What if you made it to your big hit? Hey, welcome to the center of the maze. Lovely, delightful time. Do I want to do the floor first, or? Yeah, let's do the floor first. And then work on everything else. I like doing big floor sections of things. Yeah, I don't even know if I'd actually like tablet weaving that much, or if I'd decide that it was too confusing after I got into it. Really, technically what I should do is I should start with a tapestry loom and see if I like that. But I feel like, part of me feels like it's sufficiently different from tablet weaving that it wouldn't actually be a good beginner thing for me. I don't know. You know? It's, Keep those bucks flowing. Keep them going. Keep the cash flow running, and that's the way to do it. But listen, chatters, what if I could make cool tablet things? There were some really cool patterns that I saw with the tablet weaver that I was talking to yesterday. I feel like you like Brent and Roki a lot, both improv nerds. I do love, I mean, I am an improv nerd in and unto myself. I do love improv. Big fan of that. Big enjoyer, as it were. I thumbs up smiley face. Tablet weaving looks really cool. Craft's expensive. Oh, I was talking about chainmail. I was like, what was I talking about? Something with crafts. Something Smexy, but besides that, compelling points, admittedly. Chainmail on stream, but yeah, I just don't know how to do it. Like, first of all, I don't have like any actual camera equipment that I could use to capture the chainmail work, but then also like I feel like things would get funky with me still trying to be careful about the identity stuff. So really, I don't know, it's something that I genuinely would love to do. I'd love to be chatting while I'm working on things, but then I don't know, you know? The picture of me with the words, we live in a society, and have it framed and hanging in my living room. That's very flattering. We truly do live in a society. I'm always saying this, is the thing. No one else is saying this. It's just me. I'm the only one saying this. Game gives you 20 free rolls per new event and gives new players a free advantage to get a limited character they otherwise wouldn't be able to get. Storekeeper Jihan. I love learning about things that I don't know, particularly like stories or IPs or anything, because people will just be throwing names around, and I'm like, whoa, that truly does sound like a name, you know? And it does truly sound like a name, which isn't a bad thing. You know, they don't sound like bad names at all. I just think it's funky. It's a bit silly, innit? I'm like, whoa, Shorekeeper Jihan, that's crazy. We're talking crazy stuff out here. I probably could have used soap on this. I keep meaning to actually use soap and stuff more. Like, this does the job, but oh, you may feel lost, but you're only ever 1 or 2 decisions away from the way out. Thank you, Lara. Alright, what's wrong with you, Stonefloor? What's wrong with you? Mazes teach us to be patient, to be mindful, calm and centered. Thank you, Lara. Oh, we got some around the corners. I feel like there's... Is it just a bunch of little stuff that's building up, or is there something larger that I'm missing? Oh, maybe over here. Yeah. Couple larger sections. Oh, the teachers. Oh, I did not see what she said. Hang on. They teach us to be better learners. Thank you, Lara Croft. Did you hear about the Dreamless or Cantarella? We do not talk about whatever Cantarella is. Okay. And I tried Indian food for the first time yesterday. Coconut korma and rice and garlic naan, and liked it. Nice. I like all those things too, admittedly. I think naan is so tasty. I like to make it myself sometimes. I don't have like a tandoori oven or anything. So I just make mine on the stove. I just heat up a pan and then slap that dough on there. Big fan of making naan though. Back when I was at university, I used to like make something in the crock pot, and then like on Sundays or Saturdays or whatever, I'd make something in the crock pot and then get set to making naan too. Takes a decent amount of time if you're just doing it for one person, but because you know it's kind of difficult to have dough recipes well. What am I missing on this floor? I think we're just gonna go with the old strategy. I know. I said Wuthering Heights. Sorry, Wuthering. I keep saying Wuthering Heights in my mind. Wuthering Waves is 8% less fan service than Genshin. Kentrell is that 20%? All right. I love you for calling it non and not non-bread. It's not. It's literally. Why would I call it non-bread? That's not what. That's not what it is. I mean, sure, it's a flatbread in and unto itself, but it's none. I don't know. Americans do that? Really? That's wild to me. I don't know. I guess I do have a bit of a leg up on the subject because a lot of my introduction to Indian food came directly from when my parents went to India at some point during my childhood, and then came back and, you know, told us about it. Chai tea. Yeah, I that one admittedly I didn't know until the Across the Spider-Verse movie, but I also wasn't drinking chai at all, so I don't think I did ever say it wrong. And non-bread is common like chai tea and river abong. I don't know the river one. What's that one? Like, yeah, I've learned. I just barely learned about the non one, and then the chai one I learned from Spider-Verse. You wanna go across the Spider-Verse? Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. But yeah, I don't know the river one. Makes sense though. The people are just throwing words around, and sometimes the words that they're saying are not the way that they should be. But no, I do keep meaning to like level up my Indian cooking game. I wanna learn how to make biryani. I think it's entirely within my capability to make it, and it's really tasty. So I wanna get good, you know. Alvin is just river in Old Britain languages, I believe. I could be wrong about the root language. What do you call this bread? Non-bread. How fascinating. Okay. Okay, alright. That weirdly has made things make sense in my mind. Wait, is Avonlea in Canada? Oh, we just got the floor cleared. I'd forgotten I didn't have the floor cleared. Okay. Avonlea, is it just like River Lee then? Oh my gosh, wait, hang on. Sorry, I'm an Anne of Green Gables girly. And if you know anything about Anne of Green Gables, there's there's a place called Avonlea. And like she lives around the area. And is Avonlea just River Lee? I'm learning so much. Yeah, let's give everything a quick spritz with the stone cleaner. I know I'm still gonna have to comb the area pretty much. That's the problem with the cleaning fluid, is it does a lot of big stuff, but then you still gotta comb anyway. Unless you're like really thorough with the cleaning liquid, which do I have unlimited? Wait, hang on. Oh no, I've purchased some of this, which is why I haven't. Okay. We're good, I think. Or no, oh, it might have come in the game. It might not be the purchase thing. It might be that you're allowed to use that much in this level. I'm learning. I'm learning things. Okay. Yeah, let's just get some quick spritzes around the rest of this. Ooh, let's do some quick spritzes around here too. Alright, then I think this is the last one that we have of the cleaning fluid. Which honestly, I'm okay with that. It's done some real good work for us so far. Just nice and easy. Really, kind of cute in some ways. Just how humans have always liked to call things food the way culture does it. As far as I know, this happens in non-English languages too, but I'd have to go back and look for my sources. I don't think that artifact should be here, nor touch of the power washer. You know, probably. Unless it's a replica of some sort. Although, I guess with considering Tomb Raider is the franchise we're dealing with, there's no way to guarantee that. I would simply not raid the tomb. Is Aztec confirmed? Yep. That's what that means. That's what we're learning today. Yep. Mm-hmm. This is ethical because the power washer is Aztec. Definitely. 100%. Okay. Out of stone cleaner. Okay. Let's go back to the 15-degree nozzle then. Alright, I mean, we're at 97% now, so... that was kind of crazy. Kind of wildin'. Let's get these walls finished out. And also this banister. I mean, it literally is just touch up at this point. Just getting in all the little nooks and crannies. Oh, oh, gotta get under the wall there. I should go back to the other side and get it over there just to be sure I don't forget and then later be like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Because you guys know me. I will do that. I will 100% do that. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, this is all part of the platform. Oh gosh, I always feel like when things are washed, it always feels like the sun came out or something. Because all of a sudden light is reflecting off of objects and it's suddenly really bright in here. Like, huh! Oh, what just happened? Did the sun come out? No, it's just that the stone is shiny now. The stone is shiny and it's beaming light directly into my eyes. Which, I mean, probably, I mean, this is a good thing, admittedly. It means I'm doing my job well. It means we're getting them done. But... oh, girl, my eyes. I do wonder what we're meant to do with this gnome. Where does this gnome want to be? Let's just bring this gnome out here, maybe? Where would I place a gnome that looks like this? I feel like there's gotta be somewhere that it's meant to go. Which is probably true. That's how this game tends to work, is that there's a place where this is meant to be. But where on earth could that be? Let's take it maybe closer to front of house. Because usually there's like a spot for these guys. A spot that wants it to go. Do you want to go? Where do you want to be? Where? I'm sure I could look it up, but what would be the point then? Do you want to go in here? No. I feel like from the way that's facing, we should have some clues. What the heck, we're looking it up. No reason to not look it up. Okay, Golden Gnome Power Wash Sim. Let's see. Where does it want? Tomb Raider, yes please. Oh, there's supposedly one in several. Are you supposed to bring them? Are you supposed to bring them somewhere? Hang on, hang on. We're looking into this. What are you supposed to do with it? Hang on. Let's see. One moment. What are we supposed to do with them? What, people are just like, where are they? What am I supposed to do with them? What, huh? Let's see if we can... Okay, well, I don't know. I can't figure out what it wants me to do with it, so we're just gonna leave it there. Look, I don't know if you're just supposed to find them or if you're supposed to do something with them, but we are... we're just going back. I don't know. I'm not receiving information on the subject, so we're just gonna leave it under the pergola. I'm sure the gnome will have a great time under the pergola. Gnomes love pergolas. Ah. Why is... Huh? Hang on. What in the... What was that? That was not an SNES song. That was Toby Fox. Anyway. Let's clean this floor. This platform. Big platform cleaning enjoyer. Love when platforms are clean. Big fan. Oh, what's wrong with you? Why is there so much you have to do? Okay, well, admittedly, this is not insignificant. That makes sense. Why? This makes sense. Why there's still so much to do. That's okay. I'm at peace with this, except now it's just little bits everywhere. Oh gosh, oh man. Oh, and around the edges too? Ah! Okay, it's fine, we're almost there. Remember, once we hit a certain percentage, it's gonna do the rest for us. My current theory is that we should be focusing on the edges like this. And then eventually we'll get enough of that it'll do. There we go, see, would you look at that. Okay. Pedestal base, this one, okay. Pedestal feature and the statues. Okay, I meant to hit R, not E. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it, it's fine. We're just hitting buttons, not a problem. Nothing to worry about. Ooh, yeah, let's get the under angle as well. Ooh, that's quite a hefty bit of something. Okay. Yeah, my strategy at the moment is just get the big sections of this done, and then if it still wants more then we start getting silly with it. Yeah, like there's still some pretty decently large areas. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's do the same over here. Get them in. Whoop. Whoop. Woohoo! Sorry, this is actually Mario, and I didn't tell you guys. Fun fact, still have yet to play a single Mario game other than Super Mario Odyssey. And that one was just because one of my siblings really wanted really wanted to play Super Mario Odyssey, and kind of, I think, like, even finagled my parents into getting us a Switch, like, to play the game. This was many years ago at this point. But, I don't know, so yeah, it's the only Mario game that I've ever actually played, and the reason I have is because one of my siblings begged and pleaded for it. I've had the opportunity to play one of the Super Mario Brothers 2, I think, and also the original, like, Donkey Kong game that the Mario franchise spawned off of, cause my mom is a retro gamer, and she really likes Dr. Mario, so we have an NES that sometimes, like, I'll go over and she's just playing, like, level 20 of Dr. Mario casually. It's great. But yeah, so I've had the opportunities to play, like, Super Mario Brothers 2 and stuff, but I've just simply never done it. It's never been this sort of thing I've really gone for. I mean, I guess if you count, like, Mario Party games, then I probably played one or two of those, like, at friends' houses every now and again. But ooh, look at me go. Nice. Hold on. I've had a good look around the hedge maze, and I have to say, it looks fantastic. I'll no longer have to fret every time I see someone head across the courtyard. In fact, I can actually encourage people to go in and explore it. And I'm wondering if there's one less job for you after all. Check Jen I cook? Yeah. So you know when Gihun goes, "We are not horses, we are humans"? Oh, that's me. Like they go, "We do not live in AI, we live in a society," you know? You know, that's so true. We really do live in a society. Alright, ooh, Croftmare's treasure room. Trusted friend, you have such a quiet, unassuming aura. I feel I could task you with anything, which is why I'm asking you to do something rather special for me now. As you know, I go traveling from time to time, and along the way I've picked up the odd curious trinket or two. I keep them all in a treasure room of sorts. I think part of me must consider it somewhat indulgent, hence its neglected state. And the whole place is now covered in a thick layer of dust. Would you be able to clear things up for me? Yeah, sure. Alright, ma'am. Let's do this thing. See, I mean, I suppose I've probably done a couple Mario Party games over the years, but I don't really count that personally. That's like, I don't know. That's not like mainline games. You can't be saying that, white girl. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you can't be saying that. Okay. At the very least, we can walk on the dinosaur. You know, if nothing else, if absolutely... What happened here? Yeah, honestly, what? Was there like a dust explosion or something? Okay, I'm gonna drink some water. And we're also gonna stand up. Whoop, little stretch. Alright. Alright, okay. Okay, alright. We need a hazmat suit. It's fine. This is fine. I'm a professional. Okay. Where do I even want to start with all of this? Okay, let's get artifact cases To be honest, I've never let another soul in here before. Not even dear old Winston. That explains a thing or two. Admittedly. And I know he's tried. I've seen the scratch marks on the upstairs vents. Sure. Yeah, alright. And I'm just being let in here. This makes me feel great. Oh boy. Well, oh gosh, I'm power washing the rug. Lapis Philosophorum. Well, let's just finish off this glass case. Ooh, gosh, okay. There's a lot. There's a lot happening here. And admittedly, I like that this is a really big job. I'm a big fan of jobs that are really large and have lots of segments and pieces to them. I'm quite excited to have so much space to work with. My goodness. What? Why is it like this? I feel like I should be asking what's wrong with you of Laura this time. Ma'am. Are you doing okay? What? Okay, this is fine. We're just power washing the rug. Oh, I should have done the floors first. I like getting floors done before anything else. Which is honestly a little counterproductive to how power washing actually works, because the floors are gonna get dirty from having other things done on it, but I like having clear walkways, so sue me. Okay, and then what have we got here? Remnants of Scion. Epic? I don't know what that is. Maybe if I knew the Tomb Raider games, I'd be more excited about this. I do not know the Tomb Raider games. I'm simply a little shocked and frankly a little embarrassed for her. Or alright. Sure, why not? Okay. Oh, what do you want from me? What else? Oh, what's up here? Okay. And over here as well. Yeah, there we go. Maybe I should take a break. Is there a museum curator 911 line? Oh, there should be. There absolutely should be. Let's maybe just get the rug done. Like, I can leave the rest of the floor. Why are there tire tracks in here? Oh my gosh. This does not feel like responsible handling of artifacts. I don't like that. That's not fun. Let's get the edges of the rug first, and then kind of move in. I say immediately going away from the edges. Why are there tire tracks? It's fine. It's fine. I'm getting paid for this. I'm only getting paid $300 for this, admittedly, which does feel criminal. Hello? Can I move that over there so that I can have access to all of the rug? Oh my gosh, there's so many tire tracks. Was she doing wheelies in here? Was she doing donuts? What was happening in this place? Why next to the artifacts that... Those cases do not look temperature controlled. Like... it's fine. Whatever. I'm just here to do my job. I'm just here to do what I'm asked. I'm being asked to clean. I'm cleaning. I'm cleaning, God help me. Oh, I don't think these things should be power washed. I don't think this is the way it's supposed to be. Oh, it's fine. So I know I'm very caught up on the state of this room. Like normally in Power Wash Sim, I do my best to not judge. What is this one? Iris? I'm sure I'd be more interested in this if I knew the Tomb Raider games. Like normally I do my best to not judge about the rooms. Like the whole point of the game is that it's supposed to be messy and you know, we're supposed to have fun cleaning it. Like I get that. And I try to suspend disbelief in a lot of ways. But look, I just don't think that this is a responsible way to be holding these artifacts. Okay, what else is the glass case one? All those little corners. Nasty little corners. What else? Oh. Yeah, all the little tiny edges of the metal parts. There we go. Okay. I don't know, I just think a lot of artifacts like this require a lot of really careful like environments and handling to be preserved. I don't think that's happening here. It's not me holding them. I'm clumsy sometimes. Thanks, Leavasone. Hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well today. Hope you're having a good time. Yeah, fair enough on you not holding them, but I don't know, I just think surely there's a better way than this. Not even surely there's a better way, I know there's a better way. Ooh, it's fine, whatever, it's fine. It's video game. I'm playing video game. Suspension of disbelief, I'm playing video game. It says Dagger of Shan. That sounds really cool. I do wish I knew what Dagger of Shan was. I'm very interested. Oh, the glass case is gonna be stubborn. Yeah, it always is. Okay, there we go. Let's keep working on this rug. This big old rug that I'm cleaning with a power washer instead of washing for some reason. Instead of like... Okay, to be fair, first of all, a rug like this, a rug this big is frankly phenomenal. Really incredible, beautiful stuff. Probably extremely expensive. Rugs are expensive. You guys know that? If you want like a nice big rug, that'll cost you. And a rug like this, like, if it was all like woven on in one go, this is a massive undertaking. I'm really curious how people make rugs of this size, if they do them all in one, or if they like sew sections together. But I don't know. I think it's also going to depend on the type of rug. The point being, why am I cleaning this rug with a power washer instead of having it, you know, properly washed? Or even not, if it's like, if you don't want to actually wash it, you can at least like take it outside and beat it a little or something, which is not good when you're dealing with like people things, but when you're dealing with rugs, sometimes you just gotta be beating them up. Beat up the rugs, you know? Okay, let's see what I've got so far. A lot of little incidental bits, but I think anything that I actually want to clean is complete. And characters too? Yeah, love to beat up characters. Huge enjoyer of beating up characters. But that's a very different thing. Okay. What do I want to do next? I kind of want to be a little freak and clean like every other panel. Oh wait, but it's the entire wall, so I'd have to do the whole thing. Okay, that's fine. I'll just do the whole thing. Is that something else? Yeah, that's something else. Okay. If it was all individual panels, I could get so weird with this, but alas. Should I maybe do the floor before the wall? I mean, probably, but that's simply not the world that we live in, is it? And I mean, oh, again, that thing about how technically you should be doing the floors last if this was real power washing, because that's going to have the water of everything else falling onto it, so there's no point in cleaning it first and then having to redo it. I just think it looks nice when you do the floors first. But I'm doing the wall on this one. We're straight up walling it out here. Wall City. Walton. Walrus. We're walrusing out here. Oh, let me just run into my footstool a little. What are you? Button? It's gonna give me a button and not let me press it? What the heck? I feel like that's cruel and unusual. You're gonna give me a button and not let me press it. Why? Why did you do that? Okay. This extends over to here. And to here. Does it extend up? No, it does not. Ooh, corner beam. Which one is the corner beam? Corner beam! I'd love to clean a corner beam. Alright, well, let's try to get the... What am I missing on this paneled wall? Oh, it does continue on the other side of the door. Okay. That was confusing. That was confusing because the areas did not touch. But it's okay. It's okay, we're working them out. Getting this one done. This is really pretty wood, admittedly. Yeah, unfortunately, good taste in wood. Okay, then there's little bits and odds and ends everywhere. Let's get a corner beam. Yeah, corner beam cleaned. Okay. Yeah, that's, theoretically, if I just keep spreading water over this thing, we're gonna get it eventually. There shouldn't be any, like, larger sections necessarily at this point. Like, there's some... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Do I want to do the floor? I kind of want to do the floor. Alright. We'll get the floor done. Lots of space on this floor. Although, I mean, there is the other argument that cleaning the floor last means that you get all the little bits and pieces of it as you go, and then that makes your life easier at the end. Let's do the Mana Armor of Horus. And also the mannequin base. Because the mannequin base is part of this. Oh! Oh, it's got different sections with, like, shin guards and stuff. Okay, that's fun. I love a segmented section. Big. I mean, this is gonna come as a surprise to no one, I think. I love a segmented area where there's lots of little things that you can get done. Although this largely seems to be Oh, I mean, I guess we've got, yeah, okay. Some smaller pieces still. Oh, there goes the mannequin. Okay, let's just check. Mannequin, hang on, mannequin, base and mannequin are both clean. And then armor of horse bracers. What's that? Where's the bracers? Ah, here we go. There we are. All right. Nice, got him. Let's do this gramophone table, shall we? If anything, it feels harder because then you're searching out for all the spots instead of just going to pattern. Yeah, I like having to look for all the little spots and nooks and crannies. And I like that you can't get the entire thing by just, you know, spraying bits of water over the sections of it. Like with the wall, it can be nice because, you know, there's so much wall. But if it had individual panels, I would have loved getting a ding for each individual panel. I definitely that would have been very satisfying. Clean the floor first. I agree. The seconds are nice. Wait, so with clean the floor, I think feels hard because then you're searching out for all the spots that are pattern. Huh? Sorry, I may have lost the plot somewhere. Big Sally. Streamer brain, I apologize. When, who out there streamering they brain, you know? Who out there getting real silly with it. Okay, there goes the gramophone. Oh, wait, you mean, cleaning the floor... Oh, if you clean the floor first, then you go in a pattern. If you clean the floor later, then you have to find all the spots. Before we get spot cleaned if you did it last, but I feel like searching out what didn't get cleaned the end would be annoying. Doing it first lets you avoid that. Good call. Okay, we got him. We figured it out. We got it. Oh man. It is pretty convenient with the tab tool. I think there's merits to always do it, and I personally do it both ways, in different situations. Just kind of depending on what I'm feeling. Alright, let's get this door done. Get the side of this door done. Get the underside of this door done. Get the other side of this door done. Yeah, door cleaned. Okay. What else? What else do I want to do? Let's do this window seat. Is this an open, or is this just a decorative window? Huh. Does this lead anywhere? Huh. It can't lead anywhere because this is like a secure room that like even her butler has never been into. And I feel like if there was a window then there'd be nothing that could keep him out. As far as I understand the way these people work. Which is not well, admittedly. Ah, there we go. Alright. Okay. Let's get periapt shards. Yep, I'm sure this is huge for anyone who's played the games. Okay, the butler has never been in here. Yeah, seriously. Okay, let's start with the elephant in the room, which in this case is a dinosaur. I'd love to learn more about the dinosaur. Yeah, if there's one thing that I want, it is to learn more about the dinosaur. Yes, it is real. Oh? Is there some guy with the power washer instead? Yep, this seems like a great plan. So we have those questions about Laura. I imagine the first thing you did when you walked in was score him in the face, wasn't it? It was not. I would never. Nope. I would never. Why would I do that? Why would it took a lot more than that to take him down the first time of asking, I can assure you. Doesn't want me to. I don't get it, Laura. I don't understand the machinations of your mind. Open globe? Okay, hang on, let's globe this stand. It is now the thing. If there was questions out, the rest can be puzzled out. Mm-hmm. Real dinosaur? Huh? Took more to take him down the first time. Was that thing alive? Did they have living dinosaur in the Tomb Raider games? I'm very confused. What is going on out there? There's like stealing boats and jeeps and living dinosaurs. Like what? Huh? What is happening? Okay. Ooh, we got plenty off globe. Okay, there's the globe bottom. Let's get more of this globe stand cleaned off. We're real close with it. There we go. And we've got the globe top. The question is, I probably need to open it to clean it entirely. Huh? Hang on. Okay, I do not need to open it to clean it entirely. There's just a gnome in there. Okay, there's just a little guy. Just a little freak in there. Why not? There we go, okay. Now the globe is cleaned. Okay. Man, alright. What else have we got going on? Let's perhaps do a pillar. I like pillars. I'm a pillars enjoyer. Gnomes in here! Gnomes in here! Gnomes everywhere, what the heck? That's crazy. Okay. Is it? Yeah, okay, all one big pillar instead of pillar base and stuff. That makes sense to me. I vibe with that. That's alright by me. No qualms here. Qualms is a good word. It's like, hey, you got any qualms with that? Not this time. I just qualms. Big fan of the word qualm. I wonder what the etymology of the word qualm is. It looks like a pretzel. I want to eat pretzels now. Doesn't this look an awful lot like Raspberry Lavender? Ooh, yeah. I see it with a hint more of like a blue-green. Like a deep color, but I see it. I also want to eat pretzels. Okay. That is fine. Maybe I'll see if I have any pretzels. I might. I'm bad at remembering what I've got on hand. After stream activity, though. Definitely, we're in it to win it here, and I don't imagine it would be enjoyable to hear me eating pretzels over the mic. I will spare you all that that indignity of being present to pretzel eating. But I really like pretzels. They were for many years they were my go-to snack in childhood. My mom used to get just like big old like 5-pound bags of pretzels that we'd just eat from. And then at a certain point she stopped doing that, and I don't even remember the reason why she stopped doing that. But the habits never picked back up, and then like I get pretzels occasionally now, but not like super often. Like it's not an always have on hand thing, but honestly I probably should keep them on hand more, because it is like if I'm in a hurry or something, I'll eat like pretzels and cheese as a snack before I go. Which is a nice way to get some protein in before you're doing something, and it's just like a nice little crunch. So I should probably stock myself with pretzels more. And cheese. I wanna get more into doing like into having like nice cheeses on hand. Like not anything crazy necessarily, and like I don't wanna be like, oh yes, and then this is a very fancy expensive cheese. Not like I would, but like, yeah, you know, just something nice. Like I don't get me wrong, I love me like a good Colby, a good cheddar, stuff like that. But I don't know, I want to get like some Fontina or something. I want to get some Fontina and make a grilled cheese sandwich with it. I think that sounds incredible. Fontina melts very well, and I would really like to make a grilled cheese sandwich out of it. I think I'd need to do something else to add for flavor, because Fontina doesn't have that strong of a flavor usually. But like, paint a beautiful world, thank you. But yeah, no, I should do more. First of all, I should eat pretzels. Second of all, I should cheese. I like cheese quite a bit. No, I really like cheese quite a bit. Which I know is a very as far as I'm aware, that's a very American standpoint to have. But look, what can I say? I am susceptible. I'm not immune to the cheese propaganda. I don't like it as much as some people do. Like I don't really like. I don't enjoy stuffed crusts and things like that. And I think you gotta be careful with the mozzarella. People are just throwing mozzarella and things. But I feel like maybe we should be a little bit more cautious than that. But I like cheese. I think cheese is good. Particularly when you get a nice one. I really like a cheese called Butterkäse. It's a German cheese. I don't know much more about it. I think it was made in like a monastery somewhere, as far as I'm aware. Which, you know, cheeses are always doing that. They're always being made in monasteries or something. But yeah, no, it's really nice. It's like a nice like pale yellow, and it's really soft. It's got good flavor. I'd love to make a grilled cheese out of that too, honestly. I should see if my local supermarket carries Butterkäse. Sorry, excuse me, I'm gonna drink some water too. We stay hydrated forever. Okay. It's ice season. Or I just pack ice in every single one of my water bottles. Honestly, I think my current water bottle is getting a little bit to the end of its lifespan. I've had it for like 6 years, and it's one I got at university, and I don't think it was meant to last that long. I got it from like going to an event or something, but yeah, I think it's potentially reaching its last legs. It's also difficult to clean. It doesn't dishwash very well. You have to hand wash it, and there's all sorts of like nooks and crannies that are difficult to reach and stuff. So I'm thinking I should probably attend. I've got a water bottle that I use for like daily use. That's actually like a biking water bottle, which is really nice because then you don't have to like uncap it or anything. You just squoze. You squoze it and it sends water into your mouth pretty much. But the one I use for streaming, it's got a straw, which is really nice for the purposes of streaming. So I'm thinking about trying to get something with a straw if I do replace it. Which, who knows if I even will. I'm pretty notoriously terrible about actually like replacing things, doing maintenance, whatever. Things need to happen. Like, I'll be like, ooh, my mouse is dying, I need to get a new mouse, and it'll be like 2 months, and I'll finally get a new mouse. Or like I recently got a new phone, and it was after like my phone battery had been like concerningly damaged for years. Not damaged. Damaged makes it sound like it was gonna explode. It wasn't going to explode, but worn out, I guess. Like I'd be like going, like taking the train somewhere, and I'd be like, do I think that my phone will have enough battery that if I get into an emergency situation while I'm out, that I'll be able to call someone and let them know that I need help? And it never got that bad necessarily. There were a couple times where we had some near misses on phone battery, but like nothing bad ever happened I needed to really call about it also. So that was all right. The new phone battery is great. I can go to websites without losing 10% battery immediately. I've quite been enjoying that. I leave work and it's still at like 80% even after I like, cause like I use it on occasion during the day and like during my lunch break I scroll on Tumblr or whatever. So like I am using it. Oh gosh, it's gonna make me put this somewhere. I just want to move it for the floor. You know what? We're just gonna put it there. Yep, sure. We're just gonna leave that there. But it's like I leave work and it's at like 80%. This is crazy. This is crazy town. I don't have to be charging it 2 or 3 times a day. And one of the things I'm excited about with new phone is that considering that it is not an Apple device, if I get to that point again, then battery replacement should be a lot easier, because it's less tricky about that kind of thing. Like Apple phones are really hard to replace batteries and stuff. Theoretically, like it's not the greatest, like it's not fully like, yes, right to repair usage. But I know that there's like tools out there that make it a lot easier to do with the kind of phone that I have. So theoretically that should be less of a problem. Alright. Then, wow. Got the floor done. What do I want to do this with? I mean, I kind of do want to do the dinosaur. I feel bad leaving the dinosaur dirty while everything else is getting clean. I'm like, oh, you deserve better than that. I still don't know why you're here. Here in particular, necessarily. But I do respect you a lot. I want you to not be covered in, I don't know that I even describe this as dust. Grime, maybe. And what's happening here to make all this grime happen? What the heck? I mean, sure, alright, whatever. Me stay griming? I don't know. I'd prefer not to. Oh, you think it's mold? I could see that. I could very much see that being the case. In which case, I especially don't want that on the dinosaur. But also, I really shouldn't be power washing this dinosaur, particularly if it's real. Like, can you imagine the tissue damage? Like, if it's a model, that's one thing, but if it's like an actual, like, was living specimen, then, like, I guess just we're just gonna apply pressure that could tear the skin and muscles, or I don't know. I don't like this. I'm very uncomfortable with the energy we've created in the studio today. Dinosaur. I don't know what they intended, but look at this place. I just think conservation, you know? I just think we could there's better ways, you know? There's better ways to do this. It doesn't have to be this way. We could live in a beautiful world where a living specimen of a dinosaur is not left to mold until some freak with a power washer shows up. But look, what do I know? I'm just the guy. I'm just the freak with a power washer. You know, like, hey, don't ask me. Tummy rubs for him. Very important. How we doing on our friend the Tyrannosaurus? Not too bad, not too bad. We're about halfway. Okay. Nice. Just, is this a real dinosaur, or was it like a... When she says yes, it's real, does that mean that it was a living dinosaur? Did she kill a living dinosaur? Look, I mean, to be fair, I don't think that dinosaurs should be brought back or anything in any way, shape, or form. I think that the world simply does not have a place for them anymore, and to attempt to bring them back into it is cruel to all parties involved. But, like, I don't know, I just feel like if there is a living one, I don't know that I could argue that it should be killed. Kept in very carefully monitored captivity, yes. I could absolutely see myself arguing for that. But yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like being face to face with the living one, I'd have to, even as much as I wish that it would never have been brought back to life, I'd have to allow that, with it being an actual living being, it deserves to live. Maybe not free, maybe not free roaming deserves to live, but certainly I could not advocate for the out of hand killing of a living creature. Okay, Jurassic Park, I love you. It was a good movie. I think I got a bit turned off from it in earlier years due to some of my exposure being to, like, the later films, but the first one, which is actually the only one I've properly seen, first one was popping off. I loved what it had to say. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, is I think my kind of perception of the Jurassic Park movies was very much like, you know, yes, this is an action movie about fighting dinosaurs. Very pleasantly surprised to discover that the first one was about capitalism. And about how, about rich men. And the ways that they ruin things for people. Fireplace, hearth extension. Okay, alright. How about that? Because I'm not really, like, an action girly. And honestly, as much as I like the genre, I'm not even that much of, like, a horror movie girl. I, if I'm partaking in horror, usually it's like short stories. Because I think that short stories is the most potent version, or it's like the most potent way to do a horror story. Anything else, I feel like you're kind of spending a little too much time with it, and it becomes, it becomes familiar to a certain point. Like, and obviously that's not the case in all things, but also, I don't know, something about the visual element of film, I think, would kind of mess me up with a lot of horror. It's so weird. In one of the glass cabinets you'll find a beautiful red stone. Yes, Philosopher's Stone. I believe. Is that what you want to tell me about, Lara? The Philosopher's Stone? That's the fabled Philosopher's Stone, used to turn lead into gold, and also apparently to produce the elixir of life. The secret of immortality. Nice. Okay. I sense Winston knows it's here and thinks I've used it, as he frequently comments on how I haven't aged a day since 1996. Okay, we love a meta-narrative. Was it knows I've used it or thinks I've used it? Thinks I've used it. Knows that it's in here, thinks I've used it. I see. Contact University. Real... Oh man. This feels very irresponsible. Okay, firebox cleaned. You know, so it's like I like in like writing and stuff, I like hearing about Wump, the deadly character injury, you know, all these very many various different things, but actually like looking at like gore can make me go huh. Like an internet skit with asking Lara to contact the university or something else. Ooh, corner beam. Ah! Yeah, so I'll be like, yay, yippee, I love beating characters up, and this is true, I do. I stand by that no matter what. But then I'll be like, this documentary contains images of things, and I go, like, I don't know, something about it being real world. I don't know, why do you have these? Which, I mean, to be fair, why does she have these? That feels quite frankly irresponsible. I love dark and twisted things. I just also like when it comes to real world stuff, I'm very like, no, wait, hang on, wait, no, don't hurt anyone. And I think that's what gets to me about like the visual element of gore in a lot of these. Like I love illustration gore. That's great. Big fan. But when... And if it's, like, obviously fake, then usually that's chillin' too. But the like, good... well done gore visuals, I go, ah. Well done, IRL is way different. It's way different. It's, like, I don't know. Again, particularly when it is in like a documentary or something, it's like, yes, that's the suffering of real people that we're looking at right now. I just think that's that's a whole separate thing. I feel like, yeah, the window's gonna start when the window gets fully cleaned off. It's gonna start sending light into here. I love when it happens to my Blorbos or the characters. Does light happen gradually? Or oh no, I've also got the light source there that's been cleaned off a little. Love when it's happening in stories and stuff, but then when it's real people getting hurt, I'm like, maybe we don't do that one. mean, look at these paneled walls. They sure are paneled. You're a gentle soul. Oh, thanks. I try to be in many ways. Kind of a how to describe my feelings on the subject. It is an act of resistance to work to keep yourself from becoming jaded by the injustices and harm of the world. I very much would like to be horrified by the suffering of other people every time I see it. There's something, I don't know, again, like an act of resistance in that to me. And, obviously I'm not always going to succeed, such is the nature of existence, and particularly the world we currently live in, but I do try. It's like my thing about wanting everyone to eat. I'm like, what if we just didn't hurt anyone either? And quite frankly, I don't think I'm asking too much. And yet. But it's fine. We do our best. We keep working. We keep trying. Every day we wake up and we keep trying. And you just gotta. There's no way around it. There's a lot of good things in the world too. Like, every day we keep trying, but also every day there's things that are good about about our lives as well. I mean, I guess I say our lives. I don't know the detail of everyone's lives, about generally in the wide-scale existence of humanity. There's things that are good. And you gotta always remember that, baby! I do wish that this was a little more segmented with the frame and the bits. Oh well. I'll just see if I can get the whole frame down. Oh, do I wanna try and get the pillar all at once? Yeah, that's not too difficult. Let's give that a shot as we go past. And then at the very least I'll be able to get the... What? Is that the pillar or what? What did I just... Oh my gosh, is each one of these individual? Okay, wait, that immediately makes me feel much better, if so. Yeah, okay. Oh, feeling great about that, actually. That's good news. Okay. So I can do all the frames individually. Ah ha 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 ha. Power! Unimaginable power! Ah ha 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 ha! I need to rewatch Star Wars Episode 3 to fully bask in the context of that quote, because I know that it's, I mean, it's very silly even in context, I remember, from, like, the once or twice I've seen that movie. But I don't remember if there's another wider point being made, because sometimes that happens in Star Wars, where there's something silly going on, but then when you, like, look deeper, it's like, oh, that is a thing. But also it is movie 3, so I could see them trying to play it off as I could see them trying to play it off as something serious and just not succeeding well. Who knows? I also gotta watch movie 3 again for the lightsaber duel. I want to get more invested in that one. I don't know if it still holds the record for the longest on-screen sword fight, but I mean it's definitely really, really up there if it doesn't. because it's really long. It's like 15 minutes. Which, first of all, I think it's really cool the way that they did the movie with actually like training their actors in sword fighting, so that they could maintain scenes like that and not have to like choreograph them all out. I think that's maybe one of the coolest things I've learned about a movie production. Like there's many things about the prequels and production of them that I think is a bit silly, but like actually training actors in sword fighting to make it so that they can do the duels themselves in character, that's pretty neat. And of course there's still the choreographing is still important even within that. Like I never want to disrespect the work of our beautiful fight choreographers, but it's just neat, especially once you get into the stuff with like Sir Christopher Lee and how he helped like direct some of the action of that to make it more real. Not cool that World War II is a thing, but it is kind of cool that Sir Christopher Lee used his expertise from it to assist in filmmaking. Enjoying having practical experience in combat fights in movies, but shaking my head the entire time so that everyone knows that I disapprove of war and violence. Lord of the Rings. Southern. I honestly probably need to watch those movies too. I think I have seen them exactly once in my life. But I played like a Lord of the Rings like twice, so it's basically the same thing, clearly. No, I know. And I've read the books. Big fan of the books. Really, really some good stuff in there. I would hope so, considering that they made a whole epic 3-movie trilogy about it, but yes, the books are very good. I maybe read them a little young, though. I read them when I was maybe 12 to 14, like in that time period. So I think that if I went back and reread, then I might perhaps have some more insights and some more skill with literary analysis. Where's very bad. However, but have you considered this one particular thing? Just simply as a treat. Oh, it's so bright over here now. Okay, let's perhaps do the pediment top over here. I like a pediment. Big pediment enjoyer. Whoop. Okay, well, pediment got clean now that... Oh, the pediment top probably goes further up. Yeah, okay, alright. So we're gonna have to get into parkour on that one. Alright, let's see, what else do I want to do? I mean, yeah, I could do like the fireplace and the bookshelves over there. Let's do that. I'm trying to avoid the light fixtures, because it's gonna start getting really bright in here once the light fixtures start being cleaned. The bricked wall. And let's get the bookcase is part of this. Alright. Let's get this cleaned off. Nice. World War is bad. However, consider in this particular instance in fantasy, it's like my thing with it's like my thing with movie gore and versus real world gore and stuff. Where it's like, I know this is not good real life. Real life, I would not be thrilled if this happened to someone, but it's happening. But it's happening to the hobbits, which, you know, devastating that's happening to the hobbits. But like, I mean, call me crazy, the hobbits just, they're not real people. Even if they are in my heart. They're not actual living, breathing humans. Okay. Take some character archetypes of this too. Oh. I love a take on character archetypes, so by all means. Really like serial killer, extremely bad. Fictional serial killer, forced to move in a narrative direction. True, yeah. True, a lot of it is about it's about the narrative and what purpose the character and the acts serve in the narrative. Like I had a phase for a hot second there where I was getting really into true crime. And then I very rapidly at a certain point went like, I think maybe I do not actually want to get this into true crime, because it just kept bothering me that it was like real people again, you know? It's my thing about this happening to a character versus a real person, where if it was happening to a character, like, that's one thing, but these were stories that affected real people who, you know, their lives actually kind of got ruined by these events. I went, I think that's enough on true crime. I'm not perfect about it, you know, sometimes I still get drawn in on some things, but I do generally try to avoid it. Be friends with a serial killer? Absolutely not. Can I believe a story where a serial killer becomes redeemed through friendship? Yes, because it's not real. And also, I mean, too, on that note, I think the subject of, like, redemption and everything. Oh wow, yawns. Okay. Yeah, on the subject of redemption and everything, like, quite frankly, there's got to be a way for people to change it. I'm not saying that look, I'm not saying, yes, serial killers should never, I don't know, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be afraid of serial killers and find ways to deal with them to prevent them from doing more harm. I'm not saying that. Change the rehabilitative justice, that's a different conversation, but you know, yeah. But, like, and again, fantasy, or not even just fantasy, but, like, narratives work different with that kind of thing, where if we're talking real world, we do have to, you know, grapple with all of the implications of what that redemption would mean and what it would look like for society to attempt that sort of thing, which is, you know, just first of all, like, the nature of society. We always got to be grappling. The light fixture, oh well, we always got to be grappling with these sorts of questions and things. But if it's in a story, like, there's a lot less to grapple with, at the very least, because it has no effects on real world people with complicated situations and feelings and everything. It's the characters. Very, very different thing. Let's get over here and let's get this fireplace wall cleaned up. So let's sort of go about the fireplace mantle. I'm gonna wanna spot clean that in a minute. Yeah, no, like, a lot of my D&D characters have done some legitimately kind of awful things that, if they were done to real people, would definitely have a larger impact on their lives in the story than they do in just the D&D world. But because I'm telling a story with them, a lot of those events are, quite frankly, just background things that happen in pursuit of the larger narrative. Again, they're not real guys. They're in my head. So that's different. Oh, and there goes Kenny Bot telling me to drink some water, and also Corvigay with a wall of text. Alright, let's drink some water. Whoop. And I'll stand up as well. Real life warlords were very bad people, but I can absolutely believe a story that posits a warlord archetype as a heroic figure, because it's not a real person whose actions you're supposed to forgive. It's an archetype that represents force and power and anger. Those are what the story's about, and those can be good things. Just like stories. No, absolutely same. I'm a big stories enjoyer. Like, I've got a co-author and everything. we write stories. That's it's a big part of my life outside of streaming. But yeah, no, and like you just stories. Like no matter how thorough they are, they simply can't tell everything. So sometimes you gotta pick and choose what things you're gonna focus on. And sometimes that's gonna be different than the things that you would focus on if it was real world events. Oh yes. We love parkouring. Okay, this is all mantle. Oh wow, this is all mantle. Except for the chimney breast. Based in awesome, and good times. Alright, let's mantle this fireplace. Huh, I wonder what the word dismantle means. I wonder how it relates to the word mantle. I wonder if it has any any connection with the word mantle as it's used in this case, with like fireplace mantle, or if it's used more in the like mantle as in like a role or a job kind of. I don't know. I should look into etymology. So I want to be a librarian. It's such a nuanced and cool subject. I love storytelling. I think it's fantastic. I think there's much to learn about ourselves and other people if we are willing to engage with it. Let's get this panel cleaned up. Yeah. Well, I don't remember what the song is, but I know I like it. I know I've heard it before and I enjoy it. I don't think there's a really easy way for me to tell. This mix doesn't have like timestamps or anything that would tell me what it is. I know it's funky. Oh, fireplace apron cleaned. Alright. Ooh, the mantle's coming along real nice. Ooh, we're really mantling this fireplace. Whoop. Ah! 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 Come on. Oh, you want to let me up so bad. There we go. And then... Yep, there goes the fireplace mantle. Oh, do I want to go for the fireplace chimney breast? I think I do. Let's get that as well. Okay. Sorry, that's an improv joke. I had I was having them do a scene based off of the Three Little Pigs at one point, and they just kind of immediately started building a brick house by grabbing bricks from an imaginary pile and then running to where the quote-unquote house was and just saying brick, 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 brick the entire time. It was delightful. So sometimes when I see like little brick walls like this, I'm like brick, 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 brick. Oh, family crest. Whoop. 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 Okay, there we go. Okay. This is not the most comfortable angle to be trying to go for the family crest from. Honestly, I'm not even technically focusing on that right now. Let's get this over here, and then I am gonna still need to go around towards the front because I think there's a larger section of the fireplace chimney breast that I need to get there. Yeah, let's get that up there. All in between all the little bricks and stuff. Ooh, the family crest is actually really close. Ah, there we go. Okay, we got that. And then, oh, there we go. Okay, nice. Nice. Okay. Let's see, how are we doing so far? Anything I'm missing? Okay, yeah, it looks like most of what I've actually started I've gotten so far. So I think at this point, let's then move out over here. Get this wall, and I know that means I'm getting this light source uncovered. It is what it is. Fireplace. Upper planked wall, okay. Yep. There we go. Fireplace molding. Molding, more like, this room is covered in mold. Oh, got him. I feel great about that. Okay, then let's hop, skip, and a jump over here. Get this done to match. Okay, and we've got the molding, which again is funny because of the mold. Okay, and honestly, I think that's probably where we're gonna end it for today. So thank you everyone for coming to the stream today. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. I will be back tomorrow. I'm currently streaming Saturday and Sunday, a little after 1 p.m. Eastern time. I hope you all take care of yourselves. Make sure to drink some water, get some sleep, grab a snack or something. Be kind to yourselves. Love you guys lots, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.